I've been running around all day long. Got 100 pounds of sand from Home Depot. Filled up 4 gallons of water. So it's going to get hot here again. It's low on water. Actually, I was basically out of water almost. Sand's kind of wet. So the thought process is twofold. I figured I'd stick it in here, and this will kind of atomize it and probably dry it out by blowing it around. I have wheels on the cabinet now, so I'm going to wheel it outside, roll the door down, don't have to worry about it. The 96 Civic over there has a few problems. One's a cracked exhaust manifold between the third and fourth. For some reason I want to say Venturis, but I don't believe that's the correct term. The exhaust tubes on the fourth and third cylinder. It's actually coming off the fourth before it even connects to the rest of it. And it also has one of the bolts is broken. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get the stuff out of Home Depot. Got some other stuff from Home Depot, some bolts and stuff. And there's my outside micrometer. This is a 91 engine, but instead of having nuts, there are bolts that attach the valve cover. And I don't know if that was such a great idea. I think they probably should have stuck with the nuts, because if you break them off, you can always just, buy another one of these if you strip them off. So I think that was a poor design on Honda's part. I think this design may not look as nice on top, but and I think they actually went back to this design too in 2001, because there were nothing but bolts on that one. Now that I think about it, I believe, could be wrong. I'll have to look at it again. Anyway, some jackass bolted the fucking thing down way too tightly and just blew out all of the aluminum. So there's nothing for the bolt to grab onto except for half over here. So I was looking on YouTube, seeing how to weld aluminum, and it was just really expensive. You have to have, I think, 230 amp, 220, 230, whatever the hell they call it, volt MIG welder, and I don't have that. I've got a 110 or 120, whatever you want to call it. So the next thing I saw was brazing rods, aluminum brazing rods, and this looks like a good idea. What I'm doing with it's only going to require about 10 foot-pounds of pressure, and so I'm not seeing it as an issue. But on the other side, it'd actually be this side over here that broke off on that engine out there. So it's leaking out the valve cover, and it's also leaking out the bolt. So I came up with an idea to use this tube, and hopefully be able to put this tube over it, and then just heat it up and let the aluminum drop into it. And I'm probably going to use one of these bolts in order to keep the threads where they need to be. That way I don't have to drill it and tap it again, but I'll do that too. I don't really care. Went to the paint shop, got a mixing bucket, strainer sticks, propane, because I'm going to have to repair the header. The header's cracked, and I saw them do a MIG welder online, guy that's fixing something, used a hammer to peen it to create a bunch of little cracks instead of one big crack. Going to try the Rust-Oleum oil-based paint. I exchanged this for metric. when I get done, I'm going to paint it with high heat paint, and we're going to sandblast the car, and we got 320 grit. So those are the projects that are going to be set out for tomorrow, and we'll see how that works.